Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and oh boy, let me tell you what. The people on X who slandered and libeled this company Link2's name are going to look like a bunch of horses' asses. James Rule points out a little point of fact that many of them won't like, but don't worry. We have the receipts on all the people that slandered and libeled Link2. We've got the screenshots. We know who they are. Just to let you know. This right here was Coinbase at $32 a share before it went public. It was $32 a share on Link2. I went and asked Grok. Coinbase went public with a reference price of $250 per share on April 14th, 2021. On that day, it closed at $328.28 per share. You know, my sponsor Link2, that's I can't believe how stupid so many people were that were out running around trying to act like Link2 was a scam of some sort. Pitiful. They ought to be ashamed of themselves, but you got to have integrity to be that, and they can't, and they don't fall into that category. But yes, James Rule points out that Ripple is on the Link2 platform. Now, I didn't check this morning. It was last time I checked, but I don't know if it still is now. But $32 a share. What does that translate into? When you close the day on your IPO at $328 per share, what does that translate into? There's a lot of egg going to be on a lot of liars' faces. I can't wait to watch. I'll make sure to remind everybody. Okay, and by the way, if you want to go to linqto.com, and you can also download the app. You can find out if you're an accredited investor, and then if you are, you can add money to it. They got all kinds of private equity, but the stuff that interests me the most is the crypto and AI stuff. Okay, coin market cap, XRP is at 238. It's holding in there. It did a little surge over the last 48 hours, then it pulled back a little bit, but 238, man. Now, I wanted to draw everybody's attention to this. Since I got in XRP, this is the most interesting XRP mystery, if you want to call it, that has been, that I've covered since I got into this. There's a lot of interesting things around it. The Baron of Beach Street, who is the official legend of the Digital Asset Investor channel, very smart guy, also has the greatest mullet in all of XRP land. He would make Billy Ray Cyrus jealous with his mullet. The death of Matthew Mellon and the mystery that left. Now, he found some things in here that I had never seen. The way the story went in the articles I had always seen was that Matthew Mellon had locked up all of his XRP in cold storage around the world in all kinds of different places, and that somehow it had been lost. And I always said, there's no way that his XRP was lost. If he was taking the time to have cold storage all around the world, you better believe he wrote down and has a record somewhere of here's where you go to get the keys and all that. Somebody that's going to that much trouble is not just going to, oh, I lost my keys. Well, turns out, because of what the Baron of Beach Street uncovered, this article right here is the one that really caught my attention. And by the way, you want to go and go to at Baron of Beach Street, or ST, and he's got a whole thread on this thing. Okay, he's got a whole thread on this. If you he should become block trend. This guy has ties to Trump. He's got ties to other people. I'll show you in a minute. He's got other ties. But the gist of it is this guy died in 2018 of an apparent drug overdose. and he had like $1 billion or $2 worth of XRP, and then ever since then it was just assumed that that was lost. But then if you go into this article, it says that they're in the course of settling his estate, they were selling his XRP to pay taxes and different things, and how hard it was, and it's a whole story about this. So you can click on the link and go check that out. Well, when he put this tweet out, I decided to go back and look at a few things. Here is the Matthew Mellon Facebook page. Many don't know, from May 2015 until his death, I guess, he was a global ambassador at Ripple Labs. He was also the chairman of the Digital Chamber of Commerce, where Perry Boring is now, which I had never heard until I just looked here. He was involved in all kinds of Bitcoin projects. Look at this one. This is a tweet that I found, or a Facebook post from him. He says, world record, first Atlantic crossing where the jet fuel was paid for by digital currency. Ripple Labs, 850,000 XRP were paid to Falcon Jet for fuel to get him to from Paris, France to Bangor, Maine. Very interesting. Is this our Bitcoin pizza moment? Then I found this. This was another Facebook. Now, you've all heard me say I've always thought the PayPal mafia was somewhere behind XRP and XLM. Well, it's not Ethereum, and they were early investors in both. But this is a picture of Matthew Mellon supporting Peter Thiel. And for those of you that don't know, Peter Thiel was the Founders Fund. He was one of the PayPal founders. Founders Fund invested in Ripple Labs before it was Ripple Labs, when it was called OpenCoin. So, and they invested in it. I'll show you in a second. This is pictures from October 30th, 2014. They invested in Ripple on April 11th, 2013. So Peter Thiel would have already known all about XRP. Then this is the Digital Chamber of Commerce, and here is Matthew Mellon right here, when he was on the chairman. He was the chairman of the Digital Chamber of Commerce. All right, check this out. There's a lot of talk going on about Ripple USD. It says Ripple USD stablecoin has flipped both PayPal and Euro stablecoin in 24-hour volume only 2 weeks after its launch. This is where it's coming from. This is Chad Steingraber. Apparently, they're saying they think it's coming from the Bullish exchange. Now, I don't know if this is real or if it was some kind of glitch, but this is just what they're saying. Over 600 million in volume now. This is crazy. Here's Paul Barron talking about this.
USD ecosystem. If you look at just the stablecoin market right now, what you're seeing right there, let me kind of zoom in on that for you a little bit. You'll notice that PayPal, PYUSD, and RLUSD, when it comes to the 24-hour activity and volume, RLUSD starting to show some signs of potential market control here. So cool to watch, I think, especially for a lot of our audience that are big into the XRP ecosystem. So liquidity is a big part of that. I think this is interesting to see this happen.
So you'll remember here from Chad Steingraber that the exchange Bullish, which supports RLUSD, that's where it looks like they're saying the volume came from. Guess who was the backer Bullish? There's Peter Thiel again. Go figure. This is very interesting from Johnny Crypto. Question time. Hey, Jeremy Hogan. He said, what's your thoughts on probability of Paul Atkins dropping the appeal and settling with Ripple to end the XRP case in 2025? Is this the most likely scenario in your mind? I definitely think that's the most likely scenario. With Ripple case being a non-fraud, no investors harmed case, like most of these things, it's just the timing that is difficult to lock down, maybe April or May. So Jeremy Hogan is calling for a case either being dropped or settled by April or May. I like that. Okay, then we've got this. David Schwartz is going to be at the Ondo Summit addressing representatives from BlackRock, Goldman, Fidelity, and other key players on the topics of XRP and tokenization. the big boys are going to be in this room, folks. Look at this. BNY Mellon, head of custody, Fidelity, BlackRock, DTCC, Franklin Templeton, MasterCard, Wisdom Tree, Wellington, and then David Schwartz. Very interesting developments. Now, the poor Bitcoin maxis and these guys are Bitcoin maxis, VC pump gang members. They just can't stand that XRP is coming, but it is.
Tom,
Even they have to admit it.
what are your 4 predictions for 2025?
We are going to get a new asset ETF, but it's not going to be Solana or like the ones that crypto people really want. It's going to be like XRP or like Litecoin or something really lame. I think that's my bet.
Tom, what are your 4
They wanted it to be held back so bad, but it just didn't work out for them. Stuart Alderati, great work. Paul Graywall is a former bank general counsel. These letters, they're talking about the FDIC letters that have now been unredacted that prove Operation Choke Point 2.0. As a former bank GC, these letters scream one message: shut down everything crypto related ASAP. Not just the products and services mentioned. Writing directly to the board is a rare and deliberate step. These letters are crafted to send shockwaves through the bank. Then John Deaton volunteers in this tweet right here. Volunteers. Let's see here where he says it. He does a whole write-up on how Choke Point 2.0 went right in conjunction with the Ripple case to hold crypto back. What I've learned, and he says, what real Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, Howard Lutnick, and David Sachs must know is that this isn't a fight for crypto. It's a fight against the erosion of institutional integrity and unchecked power of unelected bureaucrats. The outcome could determine whether Americans remain a nation governed by transparent laws or one ruled by backroom deals and selective enforcement. And he says, as a former prosecutor and special assistant United States attorney, I am very serious about volunteering to help lead a federal investigation into Choke Point 2.0. I would accept the task without salary. The American people deserve the truth a hell of a lot more than I or anyone else needs another taxpayer-funded paycheck. That is good stuff. Now, this is just a guy describing Operation Choke Point 2.0. Let me see. Yeah. We'll just go into DAIXRP.com. I'm gonna show you what all the people are out there saying about what's going to happen with the XRP price. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Let's talk XRP price. Here we go.